Alright, here we are, Saturday, Memorial Day weekend. It's an absolutely beautiful day to plant, but I'm quitting. Pissed off. I'm just tired of it, you know, sometimes. First, it costs you an arm and a leg to buy a piece of equipment that's reliable. That's why I buy new tractors. So that thing back there, I've taken 4 or 5 passes now, fiddled with the depths and everything, and at least 1-2 clogs on every single run. The problem is we have clay here. It's clay and it's wet, and it's supposed to rain again tomorrow, so piss on it. I'm going in doing something else. Very irritating. I mean, I probably wasted 3-4 bags of beans already. Alright, so I'm kind of ticked off that I can't plant. It's getting old with the weather basically controlling everything, so I'm in therapy. So I hopped in the excavator and I started working on a new road. So that's kind of what I'm doing right now. I guess I'll let you guys join me for a little bit if you want. I just find it therapeutic using the excavator. And this is an area of the property that doesn't have a road, so it will be good for both us and the critters will use it. Not that they need it really as much as us, but so I try to make the least destruction. I try to pick the naturally thin spots and kind of weave around through them. But the bottom line is we've got 130 acres of hardwoods, so one skinny path through it around ain't gonna hurt anything. Try to swing around as many oaks as I can. Waiting all spring for the rain to quit. Alright, that little oak's gotta go out. Sorry, guy. But she just don't want to quit, and now that it's quit for 2.5 days, it's gonna rain again probably tomorrow. So I'm into some really thick stuff here. It's kind of interesting because you don't know where you're gonna come out for sure. I think the house is right over here to my right, about 100 yards, but I see it clearing up there, and I know I haven't hit the line yet because I got it all marked pretty good.
Okay, so this is what I had in mind. This trail starts up here by our pole barn, and there's already an existing trail right here where I'm marking, but now when I turn, this is going to be the new road. And this is my goal, to follow this yellow trail and come out down on a really small micro food plot down here. But as you'll see, I actually do get lost here.
And I'm just following the terrain. But this is going to be kind of a neat trail. It's going to be one of them, once it grows back, that's going like this, so I had to cut it flatter. Oh, sorry tree, I took a little bit of that root out of there. But it ain't like there's a shortage of trees. Big old rock. Working, starting to feel a little bit better about planting, or I should say about not planting. I try to learn from my mistakes over the years, and one of the mistakes would have been to keep trying. Oh, big rock. And just wasting more seed and frustrating myself more. So and the other mistake was that when I walk away from something, just go to something that's a totally different topic and just let it rest for a little while. And I'm really anxious to punch this road out to see where I'm going to come out at. Thinking I might be able to tie it into a trail that starts right behind the house, but I'm not, like I said, I'm not positive where I'm at. I suppose I could put my GPS on, but what fun would that be? Check back here in a minute. Look at that, there's a nice buck track right there, fairly fresh. I might have bumped them out with the excavator, but it looks like this looks like a deer trail right here. I think I'm just gonna follow it, see where we come out at. I've come up to a large tree here. It looks like one that I hinge cut, so I'm actually in one of my sanctuaries right now for deer. But you know, I sure sometimes wonder, all the work that I have done, I've never really been rewarded myself yet. I've rewarded a lot of neighbors, a few friends and whatnot, but me still waiting for a decent, 140. So I don't know, I may change my philosophy and just say, yeah, I'm not going to do the sanctuary thing as much, or there we go, or I'll just do the sanctuary thing, let's say during hunting season, and do some trail riding and enjoy the woods more. Even some walks through the trail is pretty nice. During the summer. I thought I broke you. Oh, that thing don't want to go, does it? I mean, I've been doing this deer management for a long time now, and I don't know. After last year's letdown where the neighbors got that really giant buck that was right in our yard just a few hours before, I guess it wasn't his fault or nothing, but that's the kind of letdowns you can expect once you get really serious about deer managing. Another hinge cut tree that I hinge cut right there. Right there. So I'm going to yourself a little mini for your own therapy for a weekend and get your money's worth. Okay, good thing I went out and took a walk. I was quite a bit lost. I was right on the property line, which was a good thing that I got out and found it. So I had to basically turn around and go a 180 in the opposite direction to get back, heading towards the way where I wanted to come out by our house. So it just shows how easy you can get turned around in the woods. I mean, it's hard to even tell, you know, where the sun is when you're deep in the woods. So good thing I checked, and now I'm just about where I want to be, except there's one good sized creek crossing that I'm going to have to figure out here right at the very end. But I'm almost there, and I'll connect up to that little bitty food plot just behind the house, and then we got another trail right there as well. So soon it should be a success, a therapeutic success. The funny part is I'm coming out actually where I wanted to come out, but it's an old skidder trail that I wanted to open up all the way to the line. I remember this when I first got here, and then I kind of got on the back burner. So kind of ironic that that mission will be accomplished now that I want it to be done quite some time ago. So part of it I was on the old skidder trail, but the rest of it I created a whole new trail around the perimeter of that quadrant of the property, if you will. Clean this up a little and I'll check back in for the finish here. Alright, let there be light. Perfect. Right in that little food plot. Now I'm headed in. New road.